Where is he going? His gaze was absently fixed on a window below that just went dark. Or perhaps it's better to say we are allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Say nothing. This is silence, a great comment to such a conundrum. The Morallinton, what is it? The Moralist International are the world's largest political organisation. He pulls on his cigarette. You know who they are? They run this place after the revolution failed. If I didn't know, how would you describe them? I see what he's trying to do here. They're a union of centre-left and centre-right parties across the rail belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS. Alright. I have an opinion. What? I have an opinion on them. I don't know what it's going to be. Do you? Lieutenant arches his brow, then pulls on his cigarette. It's a slim white thing in his fingers. Things are bad out there, point to the city. We need them here, giving us the right to police Revachol. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen the place? Things are bad. We are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organisation protecting bourgeois rights. Mutter silently. Immigrants, liberal kips, men turning into women. He sounds like he'd be right at home in certain parts of the UK. They've done an awful job here. We're in what's called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes. Actually, vigilantes is okay with me. Then you will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, vigilantes is precisely what we are. Personally, I don't enjoy it much. He looks at the roundabout. The lights of the Orphan District are reflected in his glasses, the red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west, as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over. Thank you for this, and leave. Oh, you've got a lot of XP for doing that. End of day debrief. Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go. He puts out the stub of his cigarette and looks to the door. Yes, let me back in. I was about to go to sleep until you rudely dragged me out here. I had a nice warm room we could have talked in. It smelt of vomit and feces and beer. Right. I am off to sleep. We will figure this out in the morning. Is that nothing else to pick up? Let's go sleepy time. And crawl in. Bed is cold, but not particularly inviting. Bed. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. Is this a dream sequence? We don't want a dream sequence. No, this is going to give me some clues. And then sleep doesn't come. But I want to sleep. Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening. Why? Maybe it's the bed's fault. Check the pillow. Its synthetic filling is separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Check the blanket. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colours. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily. Roll over to the other side. It's a little better. Colours, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Who killed him? Who? Something to do with... What was it the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves. No more thoughts. Fall asleep now. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming. Here we go. It's a dream. What we're going to see. Place your bets. Ex-wife, I reckon. Argument. Do I get to play? Oh, I think I get to play in the dream. Tab. Do we have? We don't have anything to play with, so let's just go back up here. Is that a giant disco ball working there? That's a bit. I look a bit weird floating on midair. We need the interface of the screen back. Oh, it's me hanging from there with a glowing disco ball. Isn't that sad?
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
I left.
Oh no, funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. While you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle, and the other on your dick, watching it go.
This sounds like a really sad tale. He's dreaming about his crashed life.
Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy.
Harry.
Where the hell are yours?
That's the third time I've seen him referenced as Harry. I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone, and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
I've seen you before.
No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking, and the act is wearing thin too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you.
This is weird.
You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed.
It sounds a bit like David Walliams. I don't know if you ever listened to a David Walliams audiobook, but all the bad guys as he voices in those books, they all sound the same, and they all have that voice.
Stinky boy.
Stinky boy?
Everything. The pale and the isolas on the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history.
8,000. Okay, it's not quite the 80,000 that other fella said.
You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them.
This is his self...
You really fucked up.
This is just his self-doubt talking to him.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
Okay.
Something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad. This dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type.
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry.
Is that time to wake up then?
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
I like the limbic system. I like that voiceover artist. Doing a good job. Holy balls, that is some weird, funky stuff. I guess our guy's got a lot to deal with. Healed morale. Excellent. Is there anything I can play with in here? There isn't, is there? Are we getting up? We got our bag back? What's this say? Electrochemistry. Good morning, buddy. Oh my god. What the... I had the most beautiful dream. Uplifting, rejuvenating. Really? Because you feel even worse this morning than you did last night. What the hell is going on with me? You mean why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think. Why is this happening? It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. Ah. Volition. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. I need to get more of it then. Detecting is my life. Opt in. Nope, I can take this. I'm not going to go looking for speed. Do we want to go in? Do we want to... What should we do, chat? Do we go for the drugs? I don't see him making it to the end of the adventure, to be honest. I understand we don't want any more trippy dream scenes. So no, I'm not going looking for speed. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days, basically a week? Let's be honest, 2 weeks, maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You'll be fired. Who am I kidding? Of course I want some opt-in. That's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead. Opt out. Electrochemistry. Suit yourself, slow, sad shellman. See how you do without your spark. We shall see whether that was a terrible mistake. Is that window not fixed? Leave. I'm going to see if I can get hold of that woman next door. Shall I knock on the... Who is its door? No. Shall I try and punch another hole in this one? Knock again. Whore! That felt good. Everyone is a whore. Now punch a hole in the door. Don't. Everyone is a whore? What does that even mean? Breathe in and walk away. Punch the door. Smack. You slam your fist into the door vinyl. It does not produce a hole. The door sits sturdily in the frame and your fist hurts. This was all a very good and normal thing to do. Okay, well, we've tried it twice. It doesn't get any different. I think we know how that's going to go. Let's take a quick look downstairs, see if anything's different this morning. I've got to find about 15 flipping coins before... Oh, this thing's open. Oh, we got stuff to do in here. It's early, right. Oh, it's him, okay. I thought that was somebody else. You got anything else to say? You've been staying here too?
Just a moment.
The old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager. She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edges of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
The cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine. I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again.
She turns back to you with a weary smile. Sorry, madam, I didn't mean to eavesdrop on your conversation. Tell me how I might make it up to you.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
Ah.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Wait, what's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Was he indeed? Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into. Ask Garth, maybe. Why do you need to use the phone anyway?
To let the young woman who is house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to be back on Monday night, but they're still missing and I haven't heard from them.
They're dead.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully. But you have more important things to worry about.
What is this expedition your husband was on? Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant, Gary, are studying an extremely rare species of insect. Really? This sounds very unlikely. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast, across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday, she sighs. What could be keeping them? We can't get across there. We have to solve the strike first, I think. Logic. The water lock. That was broken. Could this be it? Of course. We found that it was broken. The water lock to the side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there. But who is this Gary person first? Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day. The water lock's broken. Oh my, what happened to the water lock? Probably just some technical problem. Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful, she turns to Kim. To both of you, you spared me another sleepless night. I guess we'd already investigated that then, yeah? You're welcome, madam. She turns back to you. I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband. This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect. I think they were off looking for a brothel. I'm calling it now. It's a brothel. Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation. And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the waterlock's been repaired, and it's cold out there. If I see him, I'll let him know you're here, when or if I get there. Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie. So your husband is some kind of scientist? Oh, yes, she says with a pinch of pride. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise. What is cryptozoology? It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends. The lieutenant sounds unimpressed. That's one opinion, yes, and people are entitled to their opinions. Composure. She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her. My apologies, madam. I did not mean to undermine your hobby. It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research. Tell me more about Morel. Looks, character, your relationship. Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin. Well, what does your husband look like? Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious like a small boy's, and his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle. Let's try again. If I were trying to meet him on the street, what would I look for? Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a higher frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even. The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description. One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds. You know, just in case. How long have you been married? We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Her smile is soft. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow. And how did you meet? Via a dating agency. I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced. We hit it off and, well, here we are. She smiles wistfully. She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later. I think I have all the information I need. Let's move on. Tell me more about this rare insect your husband is looking for. Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. She catches herself. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae. The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance. You're right. I don't have time. No, I want to hear about the insect. Well, she hesitates. It's a phasmid, technically, but... Ah, yes. Phasmatodea. A diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially. Oh yeah, here comes the interesting. Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insuliandian coast. I hate some of the words they use in this. They are so hard for me to work with. Why couldn't it have been set in Brighton or Blackpool? Blackpool I could have managed. I might even have put on the accent for Blackpool and upset a few people. That would have been fun. She looks you in the eye and nods thoughtfully. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. I'm sure that's not how she... Did you say... No, that's not how it's spelt there. That's why I'm getting stuck, because it varies. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers. I knew it, Lieutenant sighs. We're going to be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists. Yeah, sounds fun. It's not made up, officer, I can assure you. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all. There's probably a good reason for that. So is it dangerous? She chuckles to herself. Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully? Is it valuable? Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie. Does it have cool powers? Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. Her face lights up at the thought of it. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries, even. Okay. What makes you think the phasmid is around here? Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping. So a newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have. Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at. Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses. You seem really excited about this cryptid. I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses. Okay, so what's so special about this stick bug then? Oh dear, I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special. The woman's face flushes with embarrassment. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure. Suggestion. I'm wearing the wrong trousers for suggestion. I definitely got the wrong trousers on for suggestion. Maybe you could convince her to tell you more about cool cryptids. Fail. You're an enthusiastic idiot, but you're still an idiot. I want to know everything about cryptids. Living cryptids, extinct cryptids, marine cryptids, land cryptids. Bring it on. We don't have time for Cryptozoology 101. Let's get back to work, shall we? That's all for now, madam. By God, we get one thing done, and then I guess he wants to talk to me.
Morning.
Morning. He gives you a quick nod. Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. He points to the mess hall doors. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. Why do we need to talk? We do need to talk to them. Everything points to the dock workers' union, the belt used for hanging him, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong, but we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy. What do you mean, rowdy? I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast? Nothing wrong with that. There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for said policing. I think it's them. Are these the men Garte told us about yesterday? I completely forgot. He looks at his notes. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. Find out who is in the union box. Excellent. And level up and skill point. Cool. There are so many of them. Maybe we should call reinforcements. That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debardeurs Union. Okay, let's roll. One more thing before we do. He glances at the booth again. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business. As long as they're there, eh? Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me. Let's go spend some skill points. In fact, let's have a look at the thought process. I could forget one, because I'm mind you, losing logic to gain volition. I think it's probably a good trade-off to keep all these. I am losing a lot of logic, though. Some kind of superstar. Well, what should we spend our skill point in then? This could be something good. Savoir-faire is awful at the moment. Absolutely awful. Suggestion could be good. Inland Empire, my hunch is my gut feelings. Hunches and gut feelings. Dreams in waking life. I don't know that's something. That sounds too dodgy for me. What's that background noise? I don't like that. Something weird going on. What could we enhance? Interfacing, composure, perception, hand-eye coordination. Well, that wouldn't be a bad idea, would it? Shivers. Raise the hair on your neck. Tune into the city. Let's go hand... Should we go for this? Esprit de corps? Understand cop culture? What? Does it have info on this? Oh, okay. Cool for cops. Cop aficionados pretend cops. Esprit de corps is the very spirit of policing, the copgeist. It enables you to understand your blue-souled sisters and brothers, not only by picking up subtle signals from your partner, but by witnessing flash sideways scenes as they play out in your precinct. At high levels, you'll be the very heart of the police force. Not only willing and able, but obliged to take a bullet for your... No. Just no, that's enough. That's not how I see this character playing out. Rhetoric. Logic. Let's boost logic, because logic is struggling at the moment. And logic might be quite useful. Yep. Level up. We've leveled up. We don't press... Click to revert all spell. Oh, can we? Can we? So if I come out of that, have we now spent it? Yes, we have. And we could have reverted it at the time, but not now. Okay. Good to know. What we are going to do is quickly talk to him about the bust phone.
Can I help you?
I saw another thing at the Whirly. It's the phone line is dead. Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. He shakes his head and adds, losers. That's pretty strange. It's not strange, it's inconvenient. Is it true that there was foul play? He wrinkles his nose. Who told you that? I don't know, it doesn't matter. I just want to know who you suspect. Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't murderers. We still don't know who called the police on this hanging. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I can forward them the repair bill. Goodbye. If I could have a look at the phone line, that would be useful. But I'm not going to see that. I'll have a quick look in here. Oh, there's some food. Can I get breakfast? The tomatoes are so thinly sliced you can see through them. Do you have anything to say this morning? Gorosty Kubek, the man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence. Yeah. So, I can't even see the phone. Oh, hang on. Just a minute, there's some coins on the floor in there. Or are they in here? The gardener's coming for breakfast. Take it all. Oh, I see. That's a serving window for the kitchen. This is where the food comes out. What's this? 2 in the chest and down he goes. Something overalls toting guns. Don't know what the hell that was all about. You see hawthorn bushes outside. Hang on. Cafeteria window. Behind the dock workers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. Look out the window. That's going to be... Right, squint. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside. 3%. Mysterious door scene. Oh, okay. That wasn't good. Okay, I can't do that. It was a stupid chance. I didn't think there'd be a penalty. I should have maybe realised. I'll have to be careful with that. It's a bowl. There's spit in it, reeking of tobacco. They've got a spittoon in here. Nice. So I'm going to talk to the gardener. And then we need to talk to everyone in there.
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you. This is the gardener, right?
Officer, discotheque. Still wondering if we listen to disco? We don't, by the way. We don't listen to disco anymore.
I'm going to regret this. I thought this was going to be not related to everyone in there. I was going to stop the stream before talking to these, but it looks like we've gone in now. Okay. Drama. Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice. You're the gardener. You lied to me. You're not a gardener.
That's right. I'm not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
Okay.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy. You think he has information that will help you. Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong-arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Does it not?
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Well said, Kim. She says nothing, but a glare speaks for her. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to Titus then. But I'm going to save it right here. And then we're going to come back to this next time I stream the game, which might be on Monday. So I think I might play a little bit of Frostpunk over the weekend. That was an awesome game that I want to get back to. This is going to be some very heavy investigation and heavy talking here. So I might play a bit of this on Sunday. But I'm going to try and get back and stream some Frostpunk tomorrow. So if you guys want to join me back then, in the afternoon probably, then we shall have a bit of fun freezing some peasants and throwing them on the fires to keep warm. Because that's what we do in Frostpunk. This game is starting to get a bit more... What's the word? Achievable? I'm starting to get into it more. I like the beginning. I did go through a phase where it just felt like I was going nowhere and struggling with stuff. Now we're starting to see some progress and some stories opening up. But this is going to require some attention, I think, and I've got to pay attention to these chats. So I'm not going to try and do it tonight, as late as it is. And we'll do this on the next stream. Do let me know, wherever you're watching this, on YouTube or on Twitch. I'm just going in Discord, what you think of this, whether you want to see me continue it, or whether you guys have had enough and you'd like to see something else. But whatever you do, have a great weekend, and hopefully I shall see you on the next one. Good night.